Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss the new chapter, belt, ropes, and chain drives. So the main objective is to understand the classification of belt drives and chain drives and the velocity ratios of the one pulley to another pulley. So that is the main objective is there. And to find out the length of the open belts and crossed belts, those are also okay. Find out in this. Now just all of you observe that. So what is the mean of what is the purpose or what is the mean of the belt or rope stress? So in this, it is generally used to transmit the power from one shaft to another shaft, uh, which means of pulleys which rotate to the same speed at different speed. Same speed or different speeds. That may also happen when we usage of the belt drives or rope drives. In this, just all of you observe, it may also follows the some following factors. Hello. It may also follows some factors. Those are the velocity of the belt, and second one tension under which the belt is placed on the pulley, and the third one is the arc of contact between the belt and the smaller pulley, and conditions under which the belt is used. So those are the factors followed to the our belts. So in this, they may also identify some cases. Those are the shafts should be properly in line to ensure the uniform tension across the belt section. And second one, the pulleys should not be too close together. Okay, the pulleys should not be too close together. So that means in order to that, the arc of contact on the smaller pulley may be large as possible. So and another one, the pulley should not be so far apart as to cause the belt to weigh the heavily on the shafts for increasing to increase the friction load on the bearings. So those all are have seen and observed in our belt drives. And another one is long belt. While we take the long belts, then it may also tends to swing from one side to another, side to side, causing and which in turn develops the crooked spots in the belt. So that may also happen. And another one, the tight side of the belt should not be at the bottom. So whatever sag is prevent on the loose side will increase the arc of contact. So and lastly, to say that, so the maximum distance between the shafts should not exceed the 10 meters and minimum is should not be less than 3.5 times of the larger pulley. 3.5 times of larger pulley. This is a very, very important. Very, very important. Maximum distance is the 10 meters and minimum is the 3.5 times of the larger pulley. So those are the observations generally seen in our belt drives. So in this a selection of belt drive. So how to select the our belt drives? So that is first one is the driving speed of the driving and driven shafts, and second one is the reduction speed reduction ratios, and another one is the power to be transmitted, and fourth one is the center distance between the shafts, and another one is the positive drive requirements, and shafts layout and service conditions and space. So those all are the requirements of selection of the belt drives. And the types of belt drives here, just they may also consider the three groups. Those are the light drives and medium drives and heavy drives. So that is basically classified with the velocity. So that is the speed up to 10 meter per seconds. So that is taken as the light drives, and the velocity is between the 10 meters to 22 meters per second. So that is taken as the medium drives, and heavy drives is the greater than, okay, above 22 meter per seconds. That is considered as the heavy drives. So those are the examples are there. Below 10 meter per seconds is the agriculture machines and small machine tools. Those are the, okay, those are come to our light drives. And 10 to 22 medium drives are considered as the machine tools. So what are the machine tools are generally used in our, okay, those are the medium drives. And 22 per meter per seconds is taken as the compressors and generators. So those are taken as the heavy drives, compressors and generators. Now types of beds, just observe that. So these are flat beds, V beds, circular beds. So just observe that. So mainly to consider as the three types, those are the flat beds and V beds and circular bed. So these are generally to say by their cross section. Okay, by their cross section. So how we say that it is a flat bed? So that cross section, just observe that how the, okay, how that is. So that is mainly based on the our cross section way. So that is the flat belt. And another condition they may also said belongs to the flat belt. So that is the when the two pulleys are not more than 8 meters apart. So that is generally used to the flat belt. And V belts. V belts is mostly used in factories and workshops. And in this, when the two pulleys are very nearer to each other, very nearer. So when one pulley to another pulleys are nearer, so then that time we should use the our V belt. And crossed belts are rope type. Rope drives are there. So that is the, sorry, circular belt or rope drives. Circular belt or rope. So where we generally use the ropes for transmitting the power from one to another. So that is the circular type of the cross section is there. That is the circular bends. Two pulleys are more than 8 meters. So more than 8 meters, they may also generally use. Those are the belt drives. Okay, types of belt drives. Now, types of flat belt drives again classified. So in this open belt drive, the cross belt drive, and quarter turn belt drive, and belt drives with ideal pulleys, and compound belt drives, and stepped or cone pulley drives, and fast and loose pulley drives. These all are the types of flat belt drives. In this flat belt, so it is very important belt drive. So open drives are there. So open belt drive. So how we arrange the open belt drive? Just all of you observe when we have the driver and driven pulleys. Okay, we have arranged flat belt. Okay, flat belt drive to connect the driver and driven. And in this lower side, we may also get the tight side. It may also consider as the tight side, and upper side is the slack side. It may also calling as the slack side. So in this tight side, if you are observing that, you may also have the lesser contact compared with the slack side. Less arc of contact compared with the slack side. So in this, okay. And the power is transmitted to driver to driven, okay, driver to driven with the same direction of motion. So that means when the driver is rotating clockwise direction and the driven is also rotating in the same direction of motion. So that time we may also use the open belt drives. That is the open belt main usage. And now crossed belt or twist belt drive. So in this, a small change is there between the one to another. So that is the in this we have to transmit the motion from driver to driven pulley to the in opposite directions. The motion is transmitted to in opposite direction. That means when the driver is rotating clockwise direction and the driven is rotating with the anti-clockwise direction. So that is happened by the help of our crossed belt drive. So in this tight side and slack side, just all of you observe that they may said that the tension in the belt RQ will be more than that of the belt LM. So and another thing they may said here. So that is that tension in the belt RQ will be more than the slack side, will be more than the belt LM. So compared with the tensions, tight side tension is higher, will be okay, will be more higher. Tight side tight side is uh, tension will be higher than the slack side. So that may also happen in our cross belt drive and quarter turn belt drive. So how we arrange the quarter turn? So that means the pole that is depends upon the our space diagram. Just you will observe that when we translate the motion to this way, so that is the L type of motion is there. So that may also use the okay this type of motion with the guide pulleys and another figure quarter turn belt drive. So this is also there. So another way this one. So two types of two ways are transmitting the motion. So in this, so that is the right angle. So what is the motion is transmitted? That is having the right angle type. Right angle belt drive is there. So where the motion is translated to the okay that way. So right angle type. So then the type of belt drive is calling as the quarter turn belt drive. In this, the pulleys cannot be arranged as shown when the reversible motion is desired. When the reversible motion is desired, then the quarter turn belt drive with the guide pulley as shown in figure. So reversible motion is desired. So then they may also arranging the some guide pulleys. They may also translating the particular motion. And another one belt drive with the idler pulley. Idler pulleys. So that means driver and driven are there, and additionally to have the another pulley. So that is the idler pulley. Idler pulley. So that idler pulley will also make that increasing the tensions. Okay, so that may also increasing the tension and velocity ratio or to maintain the velocity ratio, that may also helpful to that. So this is the first one will indicates only one idler pulley, and in our second case they may also have a more idler pulleys. So they may also arranging here. And another one compound belt drive. So in this in our compound belt drive, just you will observe that. So driver and driven are there, and one shaft. What is the middle shaft is there? That middle shaft is carrying the two pulleys. So that means one is acting as the driven and another one is acting as the driver. So two pulleys are there. So that type and the driven is there. Okay, this is the driver and driven, and again driver and driven are there. So this type of arrangement is there. So then the type of belt drive is the compound belt drive. And last one, okay, and another one is the cone pulley drive. So cone type pulley drive is there. So cone pulley drive. So stepped or cone pulley drive. So it is mainly used for changing the speed of the driven shaft while the main driving shaft runs at constant speed. This is accomplished by the shifting the belt from one part of the steps to another. So that means it is mainly used for changing the speeds. So that is the main driver pulley is there. Driver is maintaining the constant speed. But while we change the so the type of steps are there. The pulley is having some steps type. So when they are changing the belt, to their steps, so then their velocity will be varying. So that type of pulley system is cone pulley drive, and another one a fast and loose pulley drive. So that may also there, just all of you observe that fast and loose pulley. So it is mainly used to when the drive when the driven or machine shaft is to started or stopped whenever desired without interfering the driving shaft. So that is mainly to take the this type of pulley drives fast and loose. So that means when the driven or machine shaft is to be started or stopped whenever desired without interfering the driving shaft, without interfering of the driver shaft. So that type of pulley drive is calling as the fast and pulley drive. So that and our belt drives, where we generally see in our belt drives. If you are observing the floor mills, so you have seen a lot of belt drives in our floor mills. So you have seen the more number of time more number of belt drives also. So that is the what we discussed here in this. So that is the open belt type and crossed belt type and belt drive with ideal pulleys, compound belt drive and cone pulley drives. So whatever the uh, types are there, those all are seen in our floor mills generally. And next topic, velocity ratio of the belt drives. So now all of you observe that what is the mean of velocity ratio? So it is simply to say that the ratio between the velocities of the driver to the driven or follower uh, is known as the velocity ratio. So before going to write the velocity ratio, they may also write they may also know the some symbol notations. Those are the small d1 indicating the dia of the driver and d2 dia of the follower are driven, and n1 speed of the driver and n2 speed of the follower are driven. So in this length of the belt that passes over the driver in 1 minute, in 1 minute. So for taking to be pi d1 n1, okay, for 1 minute. So that we also express pi d1 n1. And similarly to take for the follower pi d2 n2. So the length of the belt passes over the driver in 1 minute is equals to the length of the belt passes over the follower in 1 minute. So therefore, pi d1 n1 equals to pi d2 n2. So velocity ratio equals to n2 by n1 equals to d1 by d2. N2 by n1 equals to d1 by d2. That is the velocity ratio. Sometimes they may also consider the thickness of the belt. So then the velocity ratio will be changed. Okay, small amendment is there. So that is the n2 by n1 equals to d1 by d1 plus t by d2 plus t. So that is the our velocity ratio of the belt drives. So that is what we have written in earlier case. They may also some small change is there. So that is the velocity equals to d1 n1 by 60 meter per seconds. That is the peripheral velocity of the belt. And similarly to the follower, with velocity of the our follower. So d2 n2 by 60. So when there is no slip, then V1 equals to V2, then V1 equals to V2. So then again we may also get the same velocity ratio, N2 by N1 equals to D1 by D2, D1 by D2. So that is the velocity ratio will occur in our belt drives. So let us take the velocity ratio of the compound belt drive. Especially they may also focus on the compound belt drive. So that is the why, because here we have the uh, 4 pulleys are there. So how we find the our velocity ratio from first pulley to last pulley. So they may also consider here. So that is the velocity ratio of the pulleys 1 and 2 is the N2 by N1 equals to D1 by D2. Later, velocity ratio of the pulleys 3 and 4. So that is the N4 by N3 equals to D3 by D4. So these are the velocity ratios of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now going to find the 1 and 2. So that is the first to 4. So multiplying the equations 1 and 2. So it is considered as the equation number 1. It is taken as the equation number 1, and it is taken as the equation number 2. So when we multiplying the equation 1 and 2, so then N2 by N1 into N4 by N3. So then D1 by D2 into D3 by D4. So in this pulleys 2 and 3 both are mounted on a same shaft. So then 2 and 3 speeds are equal. So just cancellating the terms. Now the product is N4 by N1 equals to D1 by D3 into D2 by D4. So that is the our velocity ratio of the compound belt drive. Compound belt drive. Now we are going to discuss about the slip of a belt. So generally we are also occurring the some effects of the belt drives. Those are the slipping effect, and the creep effect is also there. So slip point of you, just all of you observe that slip of belt. So in this a forward motion of belt without carrying the driven pulley, with it, this is called the slip of the belt. It is generally expressed as the percentage. So when the slip of the belt is accounted, the velocity ratio is N2 by N1 into D1 by D2 into 1 minus S by 100. 1 minus S by 100. Sometimes it may also leave the driven pulley. Okay. So while we running on the our belt drives, so sometimes the driven is not running. Okay. It may also leaves the particular contact. Okay, slipping effect is also there. So it may also happen. Sometimes it may also happen in our belt drives. So it may also consider the slipping effect in our belt drives generally. So now going to write the velocity ratio. So that time N2 by N1 equals to D1 by D2 into 1 minus S by 100. Similarly, to write when we consider our thickness of the belt, so that is the N2 by N1 equals to D1 plus T by D2 plus T into 1 minus S by 100. And another effect is also there, that is the creep effect, creep of a belt. So what is the mean of creep? So just observe that. So in this, simply to say that when the belt passes, from the slack side to tight side, a certain portion of the belt is contracts and extends. Okay, contract and extends will happen. Okay, while running on the belt. So then these changes, okay, due to these changes of the length, there is a relative motion between the belt and pulley surfaces. There is some relative motion between the belt and pulley surfaces. That relative motion is termed as the creep. is termed as creep. So that means while the belt is running, uh, running in more time. So that means have the some changes, how the some changes are there in our belt. So that changes are by the when the belt is running towards to the slack side to tight side. So sometimes it may also extend, or and sometimes it may also contracting is also happen. So that by the effect of those contraction and extensions, so you may also get the creep effect. So the creep, when we creep is arising, so then the velocity will also varies. So we should also consider the creep also. So how we consider the our creep? So just you will observe the equation velocity ratio. So n2 by n1 equals to d1 by d2 into capital E plus square root of sigma 2 by capital E plus square root of sigma 1. In this, what are the representations of sigma 1 and sigma 2? Sigma 1 and sigma 2 represents stresses in belt on the tight and slack sides. Belt on the stresses on the belt on the tight and slack sides. And E is the Young's modulus of the material of the belt. Young's modulus. Young's modulus of the material of the belt. These are the very important formulas. What the formulas are there? Those are the very, very important. This is the very important formulas. So n2 by n1 equals to d1 by d2 into E plus square root of E plus square root of sigma 2 by E plus square root of sigma 1. Okay, when we get the our creep effect. And in earlier class already you have seen a slip effect. When we face the slip effect, so then n2 by n1 equals to d1 by d2 into 1 minus s by 100. So that is also there. So that is the creep effect and our slip effect. Just we will see the one problem regarding with the slipping effect. Just you will see that. An engine running at 150 rpm drives the shaft by means of a belt. The engine pulley is 750 mm dia and the pulley on the line shaft being 450 mm. Pulley on the line shaft being 450 mm. A 900 mm dia pulley on the line shaft drives a 150 mm dia pulley keyed to a dynamo shaft. Find the speed of the dynamo shaft. There is no slip. First time when there is no slip, and second time when there is a slip of 2% at each drive. So in these two cases, we may also find out the values. Okay, velocity values. First time an engine running at 150 rpm. So N1 equals to 150 rpm, and D1 is here. So the D1 is 750 mm, and D2 is 450 mm, and D3 is 900 mm, and D4 is the 150 mm. So nearly you have 4 diameter of the pulleys are there, 4 dias of the pulleys. So just you may also represent the what type of belt drive it is. So this is the compound belt drive. Compound belt drive. In this, how many pulleys are acting on the compound belt drive? 4 pulleys are there. First one is the 750, second one is the 450, and third one 900, and fourth one is the 150. Now going to find the this one dynamo shaft is at the last pulley. Okay, the last pulley is connected to the dynamo shaft. So then all of you observe that
when there is no slip, so then we have to find out the N4 value. So N4 by N1 equals to, already know the formula. So that is the D1 by D3, sorry, D1 into D3 by D2 by D1 into D3 by D2 into D4. So in this N4 by N1 already there 150, and D1 750 is there, and D3 900 and 450. Just substitute the values. Then simply to achieve N4 equals to 1500 RPM. N4 equals to, N4 is how much? 1500 RPM. Just all of you make a copy of the problem. That is the speed of the our driven pulley. Okay, dynamo shaft. And now we are going to consider the slip effect. Slip effect is the our 2% at each. So again, we may also consider here. So that is the N4 equals to D1 D3 by D2 D4. So in this 1 minus S1 by 100 into 1 minus S2 by 100. So why? Because 2 times they may also write it here. So that is the our 2 times are there. So that is the D1 by D1 by D2 into 1 minus S1 by 100 is there, and D3 by D4 into 1 minus S2 by 100 is there. So actually have write that way, but when we multiplying the both the equations, then we may also have both times we have the our slip effect is there. So 1 minus S1 by 100 and 1 minus S2 by 100. So S1, S2 both are taking as the 2%. So just we substituted the values. So then N4 is to achieve 1440 RPM. 1440. When there is a slipping effect, then our driven pulley or dynamo shaft is to achieve the 1440 RPM. 1440 RPM. Please make a copy of the problem. These are the very easy problems in our belt drives. Next problem, that is basically free-oriented problem. The power is transmitted from a pulley 1 meter dia running at 200 RPM to a pulley 2.25 meter dia. 2 meter means of a find the speed loss the driven pulley as a result of the creep. If the stress on the tight and slack sides of it is 1.4 megapascals and 0.5 megapascals respectively. The Young's modulus of the material of that is 100 megapascals. 100 megapascals. So just all of you observe that. So from the problem description, you have to write the given values. That is the D1 is 1 meter and N1 is the 200 RPM. D2 is 2.25 meter. D2 is 2.25 meter and sigma 1. So that is the 1.4 megapascals and sigma 2 0.5 megapascals. So that means it is converted into Newton per meter. So that is the 1.4 into 10 power 6 Newton per meter square and 0.5 into 10 power 6 Newton per meter square. So E, Young's modulus of the belt material is the 100 megapascal. So that is there. Now going to find the N2 value, speed of the driven pulley. So let us take in our first condition we are also eliminating the creep. So that means neglecting the creep for first condition. So that is the n2 by n1 equals to d1 by d2. Then simply to achieve the our n2 value. So that is the 88.9 RPM. 88.9 RPM. Second case, that means considering the creep. When we consider the creep, so what is the formula is there? N2 by N1 equals to D1 by D2 into E plus square root of sigma 2 by E plus square root of sigma 1. So in this, just substituted the known values. So that is the N2 equals to N1 into D1 by D2. So that is the 1 by 2.25 into 100 into 10 power 6 plus square root of sigma 2 is the slack side. So that is the our sigma 2 value 0.5 into 10 power 6 and 100 into 10 power 6 plus square root of 1.4 into 10 power 6. Okay. Just make the calculation and finally to get the value that is the 88.7 RPM. So what they find here, so that is the speed lost by the driven pulley due to creep. So 88 point, that is the subtraction of the our subtraction of without creep value to the with creep values. So that is the 88.9 minus 88.7, 0.2 RPM is speed lost by the driven pulley due to the creep. Is it clear? Just make a copy of the problem. So one is belongs to the um, slipping effect and another one is to the creep effect.
నీ కుడి భుజం మీద కడవా నీ నత్తపరేకి కరోనా పాటలు